Pastor Jamal Bryant suggests his church should be offering weed. Stay tuned. God bless you, friends. Thank you for joining me on this morning. On Morning Nuggets, this is yours truly, Pastor Nate, and as always, it is my absolute pleasure every time I come and speak with you. Pastor Jamal Bryant is the senior pastor at New Birth in Atlanta, Georgia. Pastor Jamal Bryant said in an interview that his church is the largest black landowner in America. So he suggests that with all this land, we should be growing weed so we can bring our black brothers into the church.
New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America.
Wow.
And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead, said, they growing weed at the church, where do I join?
Yes.
I don't need no pamphlet for him.
Friend, listen. We live in a world that's ever changing and evolving. And I know church leaders and business owners feel like they need to make the change in order for us to be successful, to bring new people in, and to keep people coming back. But I believe we have to draw the line somewhere in the sand and say, hey, we cannot operate outside of this boundary. Yes, we make changes, we modify the way we've been doing things. Yes, I know things become obsolete, but let me tell you, God never changes. And although we may have to make a few changes, there still is a line that we must not cross. Offering weed at a church is just totally outside the box. There's a scripture, Matthew 7:13, that says, broad is the way that leads to destruction. I can't do it because everybody else is doing it, or because the world is going this way. I'm going to change the way I do things to try to cater to them. I can't keep up with all the styles and with all the ways, with all the trends of this world, because broad is the way that leads to destruction. But the scripture also says in that same verse that there's a narrow way, and few go that way. There's always going to be a remnant. And friend, when we're talking about weed and doing things outside the box, sometimes you can get too carried away and go with the ways of the world. I feel like when we bring those things in our church, the world is influencing us as opposed to us influencing the world. Oh, hear me, friend. Y'all are going to like this kind of teaching. Let me get my shield. Ooh, I feel y'all throwing those spiritual tomatoes. Let me leave you with this before I close this exhortation. If I use weed and start offering weed at my church, then that opens the door to other things. Okay, I started offering weed. Guess what? Next 2 or 3 years, I'm going to have to start offering alcohol. And a couple years after that, cigarettes. And then, hey, we can just come and hook up at church. Yeah, the prostitutes and anybody who want to have sex. We got people here that you can come and hook up with to do that. So it just opens the door to all these other spirits. So I would advise you not to do that. Let the church be the church, because now it's not looking like the true church. It's not reflecting what the church should stand for. I think the house of God should be a place where we worship God, and it should be a sacred and holy place. Although we are the church, but I'm talking about the house of God. If you're on weed, come to church. If you're drunk, come to church. If you're a prostitute, come to church. Yes, but let the Spirit of God, let the word of the Lord change you. It shouldn't be a place where I come and offer these things. No, I'm offering Jesus. We're trying to get you off those things. Come on, y'all. If you're getting value from this video, don't forget to subscribe. We'd be glad to have you part of the Smart family. And I believe when we offer those things, people's reason and intent for coming to church would be disingenuous. I'm not coming to church now to serve God. I'm coming to church now to get high because there's weed there. And as time goes along, we allow those other things to come. Guess what? I don't have to go to the club now. I can go to church and get high. I can go to church and get drunk. I can go to church and hook up now. We don't need to turn the church into that. We don't need to distort the view of what the true church should look like. Thank you for joining me this morning. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this exhortation and what Pastor Jamal Bryant said. In the meantime, in between time, be at peace and not in pieces. Till next time, my friend.